Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the boring stuff so you don't have to. Today we're diving into a filing from Two Harbors Investment Corp, and trust me, it's less about sunshine and beaches and more about someone keeping their job after we thought they were leaving. Let's see what's going on behind the curtain. The main thing to take away from this report is that a key executive, William Dalal, who was previously set to lead his position as Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, will now be staying on. On April 18, 2025, the Board of Directors confirmed that William Dalal will remain in his role as Vice President and Chief Financial Officer until further notice. It was previously announced that he would be resigning on May 5, 2025, but that's no longer happening. It's also noted that there were no new deals or changes to his existing compensation package as a result of him staying on, so the financial terms remain the same. Now, let's take a quick look at Two Harbors Investment Corp in general. They are in the real estate investment business. They focus on mortgage-backed securities, which are basically investments tied to home loans. Their performance is closely linked to interest rates, housing market trends, and the overall economy. Two Harbors has several classes of stock trading on the New York Stock Exchange, including common stock and preferred stock. So what does it mean that Dalal is staying and there weren't any new financial benefits? First, it could signal some instability or uncertainty within the company. Maybe they couldn't find a suitable replacement in time, or perhaps there were internal reasons why Dalal needed to stay on longer than expected. These kinds of things can make investors nervous. Second, it could also mean the company values his expertise during a critical time. Keeping someone in a key role who knows the ins and outs of the company can provide stability, especially if the company is facing challenges or undergoing significant changes. Third, the fact that his compensation didn't change might indicate that this was a mutual decision and not a case of the company having to throw money at him to get him to stay. It could be a sign of commitment and confidence on his part. In conclusion, this report isn't full of bombshell announcements or massive financial shifts. Instead, it's about continuity in leadership. The company is signaling stability by keeping Dalal in his position. But it also raises questions about the original reasons for his planned departure. And Two Harbors is keeping the same captain at the helm, which could be a good thing. However, always ask why someone decided to stay after initially planning to leave. Now, I want to share my thoughts on Two Harbors. The company is facing a complex market. Interest rates are always changing and the housing market can be unpredictable. These are huge risks for a company that invests in mortgage-backed securities. On the other hand, the company's leadership seems to be making smart choices. Keeping experienced people in important roles is always a plus. Also, Two Harbors does have a history of making clever moves with its investments. Overall, I'd say Two Harbors is a somewhat risky investment right now. There are a lot of things that could go wrong, but there's also potential for good returns if they play their cards right. It's not a company I'd bet the house on, but it's one I'd keep an eye on. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives.